Welcome to a whiteboard session on how to build the ultimate e-commerce technology solution. Now, you may have a business that's in its infancy stages, just starting up, or you may even have a business that's been running for many, many years. No matter where you are and how mature your business is, it's always good to stop and think about your technology blueprint. Today we're just going to quickly go over some of the concepts and some of the ideas you need to think about as you build and evaluate your e-commerce technology solution. So we're going to start off with the e-commerce for success blueprint. Excuse the handwriting, normally a typo. So we start off looking at what are the core elements of our business that you need to focus on, and the first thing which pretty much all businesses run for is what do you do in terms of finance management. So this could be how do you manage your accounts, how do you do reporting for sales, profit, loss, cost sheeting, how do you pay or manage your bills you've paid, your suppliers, invoices. So everything to do with essentially money, we need to have a look at and understand how do we support that through a technology solution, because each element we talk about here is either time, money, resources that need to be allocated to it. So that's the first one, finance management. The next one to look at then is what are your sales channels? So where are you selling your products? Now this could be a range of different elements. So you could be selling on Facebook. You could be selling on Instagram. You could have your own WooCommerce store, or you could even be on Shopify. So you need to understand what are all the different sales channels that you're using to sell your products or your services. It's sort of like doing an inventory and understanding, a stock take and understanding all the different channels where customers can come and interact with you as a business. So that's understanding the sales channels. Now let's look at what does it mean to then manage it. So what we like to call this is sales management and automation. So the big question here is, how do you manage your stores? How do you manage your sales channels? What are you doing within these stores that you can then automate through your sales management and automation? Now this could be external programs that manage your eBay stores, for example. It could be a script that goes and updates the stock counts on different websites. It could be anything that allows you to manage your sales channels and automate it. Now, some bits may also be you have robots running around and doing things in the background, or you could even have a virtual assistant who is going through and managing those sales. It's essentially how do we then support between these two elements? How do we then support each other so that those two elements that are the bread and butter of your business work in hand with each other? Now, once you've figured out your sales management, it's then looking at the next step of fulfillment management. So, how do you get your product packed up into a nice little box and straight into the hands of the customer? Now, this could be the providers you use, so DHL, TNT, Allied Express, UPS, all the different channels. How do you integrate with those providers, as well as also manage your pick and packing list, the way your employees know which items to pick, how they process it, everything within that fulfillment management. So how do you then get the product from your warehouse to the customer's hands? The next one we then look at also is inventory management. So this is a big one that you can't forget about. This is important so you know what you have on hand, what products you have in store, what products you have in your warehouse, what's the total cost of items you have, what items are out of stock. Now, you may have a You may have an Excel spreadsheet managing that. You may have a fully fledged solution such as TradeGecko managing it. You may even have WooCommerce running it for you. So it's important to understand, how do you track your inventory so that if any point someone was to ask you how much stock you have in your warehouse, you can, a click of a button, be able to understand, all right, I know I've got X amount of stock of this, I'm out of stock of these products, I know these are the ones I need to order. Moving on from there, another key element is marketing and customer management. Now, without this, you sort of fall into the trap of just having customers randomly finding you on the internet, randomly finding you in Facebook groups or Instagram posts. Whole kind of point of this is, how do you manage your marketing? What do you use to send out communications to your customers? How do you keep track of them in newsletters? It's all these different components on how you track and understand success in terms of marketing to your customers. So a good example is even using MailChimp. You may use Facebook. You may use Instagram. It's all those components that join up together to help you understand and sell your products to all those customers. And again, there's a close link between your sales channels and your marketing and your customer management. Another big one here is, how do you know who all your customers are? Do you have a list of all your customers, their addresses, their contacts, so that you can contact them? You know who's bought from you. You know who are your repeat customers coming back and forth. And the last one to look at is your big one of supplier management. So how do you track who your suppliers are, keep your details, you know the costings for those suppliers? How do you place an order with them? Who do you contact? It's essentially your directory of where you get all your products. So without this, you sort of lose the inputs for your business that you then sell on to customers or manage. So you can see here there's a lot of pieces at work, but at the end of the day, everything joins up to provide you success in e-commerce. If one of them starts failing, you start having deficiencies and things start to fall apart in different elements. The reason why this is all important is that at the end of the day, this blueprint helps you to guide you on what is important within your business, what do you need to focus more, what can you also automate with technology. Because at the end of the day, technology will be the one that will save you costs, will save you money, and will make your life so much more easier in the long run. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments, and don't forget to follow us on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube, as well as visit us at ecommerceforsuccess.com. Thanks again. See you next time.